The stage lights of the world's biggest bodybuilding arenas may shine bright, but none of them have ever outshone the fire burning inside one man, Hadi Choopan, the Persian Wolf. His journey wasn't carved by privilege, fame, or fortune. It was carved by hunger. The hunger to rise. The hunger to fight. The hunger to prove that destiny bows only to those who refuse to kneel. Long before the world knew his name, long before his physique shocked the bodybuilding community, there was a young boy in Iran who dreamed with a force stronger than reality itself. The iron didn't welcome him gently. It challenged him, pushed him, punished him. But the boy never turned away. He embraced the pain like a brother, the struggle like a teacher, and the grind like his religion. In every rep, he found identity. In every setback, he found fuel. Hadi Choopan was never supposed to become a global champion. He was never supposed to stand among the giants of the sport. The world expected him to remain in the shadows, overlooked by borders, limited by circumstances. But the wolf doesn't wait for permission to howl. He creates his own echoes. Years passed. Sweat became routine. Pain became normal. The weights that once felt heavy became tools he mastered with ruthless consistency. Every time people doubted him, every time someone told him what he couldn't do, he carved another line in his mind, a promise to himself that he would never stop until he rewrote history. But greatness does not come without war. Hadi's journey was full of battles, political struggles, travel restrictions, financial hardships, moments where the dream seemed farther than ever. Yet every time life tried to break him, Hadi responded with the same force he used to crush the iron, relentless power and unshakable faith. His discipline was not just physical. It was emotional, spiritual. His physique wasn't built just in gyms, it was built in silence, in sacrifice, in moments where nobody was watching. And then came the world stage. The Olympia lights hit his physique like a spotlight on a warrior entering battle. The crowd didn't just see muscles, they saw a storm. They saw density carved like stone, conditioning sharper than a blade, and a presence so dominant it demanded respect. When Hadi Choopan walked out, the energy in the room changed. Even legends felt it, the presence of a man who fought too hard to settle for anything less than glory. His back looked like a map of every struggle he'd overcome. His chest carried the weight of every doubt he'd destroyed. His legs stood like pillars holding up an empire built from nothing but willpower. And his eyes, those eyes told a story of fire. They told the world that this was not a man who came to compete. This was a man who came to conquer. Every pose was a declaration. Every flex was a chapter. Every moment on stage was a message to anyone who ever believed they couldn't rise: you can. And when he finally claimed the title of Mr. Olympia, he didn't just win for himself. He won for every athlete who ever felt unseen. He won for every dreamer whose path seemed blocked. He won for every soul burning with ambition but crushed by circumstances. His victory was more than a trophy, it was a revolution. But Hadi Choopan did not stop there. Champions celebrate. Legends continue. He returned to the gym with the same hunger he had years ago. No ego. No comfort. Only purpose. He trained like a warrior preparing for the next great war, pushing his body beyond the limits written on paper. Because to him, bodybuilding is not a career, it is a mission. A mission to inspire. A mission to prove that greatness does not depend on where you start, but on how far you're willing to go. Hadi Choopan stands today as a symbol, not just of muscle, but of heart. The heart of a fighter who never breaks. The heart of a wolf who never bows. The heart of a man who turned barriers into stepping stones and turned pain into power. His journey reminds us that the world doesn't give you opportunities, you create them. Nobody hands you respect, you earn it. And destiny doesn't belong to the chosen, it belongs to the relentless. So when life gets heavy, when circumstances push you down, when the world tells you to stop, remember Hadi Choopan. Remember the wolf who rose from the shadows to dominate the world stage. Remember the man who proved that nothing, not borders, not struggles, not doubt, can stop the one who refuses to quit. Because like Hadi, you too can rise. You too can conquer. You too can howl loud enough for the world to hear.